Are you taking over a project that's already in motion? Oh, it may even feel really daunting because you're taking over someone else's project. But I'm going to give you all the steps you need to successfully do a project takeover. Now, before we get into those tips on how to successfully take over a project, I would like for you to stay to the end of this video because I'm going to share with you 6 basics you need to ensure that your projects are not failing. A definite must, and I'm going to share with you at the end of this video how you can get your hands on it. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Adriana Girdler, and you landed on the best project management channel out there, YouTube world, the universe, everywhere where my little brain thinks it ought to be. Anyway, but seriously, on a real serious note, we really do have good content. I would love it if you chose to subscribe and be part of this awesome community, as it tells YouTube we're doing a good job. Now, if you want to know how to take over a project because you were just handed those marching orders from somebody else, which can be a little tricky, let's get to it. Meet with a sponsor or your PMO if you have one. Now, you've been handed over a project. You really need to understand from the top. The project sponsor is the one who's championing this project, and the PMO, if you have one, is the one that's usually overseeing it and ensuring that all the strategy is being met. You want to find out from them, why is it that you're taking it over? What are the current issues, where it is in the process, any additional insights, because this is the information you need. This is not about the tactically, what do I have to do? This is about, give me the scoop, the other information that we don't really have written down anywhere, but we all are talking about as to why it's being handed over to someone else. That's valuable info you do not want to miss or ignore. Meet the previous PM. Now, not all project takeovers are hostile takeovers, okay? Some projects that you get handed off that's already started could be for very good reasons. Maybe that project manager has to be taken off that project in order to do another more complex project. Or who knows, maybe you know them really well and they left the company. But the fact is, you do want to connect, if you can, and they're available, with the past project manager. Just like the sponsor and the PMO, the project manager really now has all of that nuts and bolts, the details and nitty-gritty stuff that you really want to get into. And you want to get a little more information from them, like about the team members, what can they recommend, what are the struggles that they were experiencing, what's really going well, any recommendations that they have. And you want to make sure if you have any questions specifically to, let's say, project documentation, you can ask them that information too. Meet your team. This is really important. Now you are taking over from the past project manager, and who's really important? It's your team. It's your team. They actually know what's going on. So it's something that you want to introduce yourself. And guess what? Really good news for you. If you go search bar in YouTube, Adriana Girdler, introducing yourself as a project manager, I actually have a video solely on that topic that I do recommend that you actually watch before you introduce yourself to your team. There's some really good little tidbits in there. You want to connect with your team. Spend some time with them. Again, depending on why this handoff to you is happening, if it's a positive handoff, it's going to be much smoother, this introduction and talking to them, because it's really just getting to know their personalities, what are people working on, getting connected, so that you can start synergizing as a team. But let's say it's not a positive reason why you're taking over. Maybe the past project manager was terrible and left the company and created havoc. You're going to have to approach it slightly differently. But the key to it all, whether it's good or bad, is listening. Listen, see what they have to say. They're going to give you a lot of insightful information. And this is your opportunity at this real early stages where you're probably going to get a lot of honesty, because they're either going to say, it was going great, we want to continue this, or is it, you know what, this was the worst project ever, we got to make sure we don't do A, B, C, D. Listen, you're going to get so much valuable information from your team. Review the project charter and the project plan. So I know I was talking about the people part, and why, because you know what, you can't get a project done without people. So I brought that forth. Now, it doesn't mean that you do the people first and you don't do your project plan and your project charter, reviewing it. You probably want to do this in parallel activities, but you want to really go in depth into the plan, really go through it, understand all the nuances, double check with your team members, maybe the previous PM, to really ask questions about what's going on, your sponsors. But you need to go in depth and really have clarity as to what's in there, what's not. Now, here's something what you have to realize too, and it's so easy to do, to walk into someone's work, and not everybody works the same, it's not standard, and to judge it. So judging what people have done is not going to help you in the project. You want to be neutral here. You want to look at it through the facts, through the lens of what is it that we're delivering on and what's been identified. Do a gap analysis. Bring some team members in, and maybe it's even a team activity so you can really vet out and have a stronger plan and even a maybe more in-depth charter, because again, those are live documents. So just remember that when you do the review, which is really important, don't judge it while you're doing it. Look at it from a perspective as what else do I potentially need and what's my style as a project manager, because that also comes into play with the data collection that you're going to be reviewing or you're going to be doing because of the documents that you're reviewing from the previous project manager. Review your budget and review your schedule. Okay, more documentation. Yay, because it's all about documentation in project management. You need documentation to run things and make sure they're going smoothly. Your budget and your schedule are the next things that are really critical to the charter and the plan. So the budget is, where are we in the budget? How much do I have to play with? You really need to have a very clear understanding of it, and maybe there's new ways of working that you want to do with the budget. Don't know, like maybe there's someone else who can oversee it, or are you going to split that responsibility? Here's a good opportunity, depending on your style, to really set some new ground rules. In regard to the schedule, this becomes really important too, because you want to be very clear that your schedule and the project plan line up. So you have to do some analysis here. And again, another really good opportunity that if you need to change how things are run in your project because you're looking at all this documentation, you can. And it's like a little bit of a window of an opportunity. So you really need to ensure you need to do this ASAP as soon as you get transferred onto this existing project. Start moving forward. Okay. You are on a project that's already existing and already has been doing work and tasks. You've just been thrown on it. I told you to meet with all these people, review documentation. You do that in parallel with stuff progressing, because you don't want to say, stop, I need to get caught up, because that's going to create issues for you. So in parallel, while your team is still working, you're analyzing, reviewing everything. Once you're done that analysis, you want to bring everyone together and you want to move forward together. You want to either course correct some things, get their input, and collectively as a group move forward together. This is where you both were on individual paths, because again, they were on one, you were coming in, and now you're going to merge and you're going to do it together. So it becomes really important as quickly as you can to really turn around your ramp up time that you need. And unfortunately, it's shorter because you have things that are going on. You need to make sure that you're on top of it. But integrating and moving forward and getting that team consensus is going to be really important and help you to really get connected to your new team. Inject new energy. Okay. It's interesting because I think with projects, we sometimes think about the task and the paperwork and all this other stuff, but there is this opportunity where you're brand new, where you can inject new energy, depending even more so if you're taking over a project that wasn't going over really well and had some bad blood in it and people were really upset. So you want to inject new energy. And the nice way to do it is, here's an opportunity that you can actually do a kickoff, a project manager kickoff, to get everyone together and really set your boundaries, the expectation, the ways of working with your team, and also just kind of, get everyone together from a team building perspective too. You can even inject some of those exercises in there as well. But injecting new energy, it kind of sets the tone with, hey, let's move forward from this. Yeah, we had that, close the door. We're going to move forward here, because it's not just about the paperwork. It's not just about the documents. It's about how do we interact with each other. And you know what? Work is work, but why can't we have fun while we're doing it and to do those really fun activities? Okay, you're here at the end, and I promised you if you stayed that I would show you how to get this. You want your projects to stop struggling? Here are the 6 basics you need in order to be successful. And you know what? It's free, and because it's so important, it's really easy to get. It's in a link under this video, so definitely check it out.